Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing, girl?
Good, good. Thank you for joining us on Let's Talk with JaGurl TV.
No problem. It's my pleasure. I'm excited.
Yes, I'm excited too. So before we get started, I have to ask you, how is quarantine life?
Quarantine life it has its ups and downs. It definitely does. I'm staying in the house. I love being in the house. I'm very much the type of person that likes to be in the house all the time. So that wasn't the hard part. It's just maneuvering through it, professionally as a dancer is been, I've had to recalculate my entire career because of this thing. So, it has its ups and downs, but it's going good. My family is healthy. How's your family doing?
My family is doing really good.
Yeah.
Thank God everyone is healthy. My prayers go out to anyone whose family isn't and going through things. But I'm, blessed to be in a great situation during this quarantine.
Yes. Amen. That is good.
Yes. So let's go ahead and get started.
All right.
So first of all, I just want to say, you are doing amazing right now, just with everything that you have going on. I'm just so proud of you. We've known each other for years now, and
So
just to
many
see
years.
your growth, girl. Let's just talk about that move to Atlanta, because you're not from Atlanta, right?
No. So I'm originally from North Carolina.
Okay.
My parents are from Philly, but I was born and raised in North Carolina. I'm a military baby, so they were stationed there, and that's how I got to North Carolina. And then in 2011, I decided to move to Atlanta to pursue dance. I got signed to an agency down in Atlanta, and they were like, okay, if you're going to be signed to us, then you need to move so that we can book you. So I packed my little car up, and I was like, I'm out of here, Mom.
Yes!
I'll see you. And the rest is history. Next year will be 10 years.
Wow, that is so amazing. They already scouted you before the move. So you moved specifically to get booked for videos and for different gigs.
Yeah, so what happened was a couple of friends of mine that danced back in North Carolina, we came down and we just took dance classes, and we were training, and we were I decided to go ahead and audition. So I had to audition for the dance agency. So they had the audition before I moved. It was so hard. I was doing good on the freestyle part, and then on the choreo part, I had to work on that part a little bit, but they were rocking with me. So they were like, okay, we're going to sign you. But in order to sign you and to book you, you have to live here so that, you can get the jobs here and not have to be traveling back and forth. So.
Right. That's what's up. So let's talk about that transition, because I know you opened up about how you've had to stay at people's houses. You slept on couches, to pursue your career. Let's just talk about your motivation that kept you going. Even though you were coming to dance, you still had to work, 4 jobs, I believe you said, just to even get by here in Atlanta. What was that drive, that motivation that just kept you going?
Well, oh man, it's so many things that kept me going during that time. Of course, I'm a spiritual girl, so I'm constantly praying and asking God for guidance. So that's the basis and the foundation of my drive. And then just being hungry. I wanted to be great. I wanted to be I wanted to learn, I wanted to grow, I wanted to be a great dancer. So, I was willing to sacrifice whatever I needed to sacrifice in order to be that, So I didn't care how rough and rugged it had to be to get to where I need to go. And I constantly am. The fight doesn't stop, So, I had to sleep on floors. I had to sleep on couches during the first, couple of years that I was, trying to be a dancer and trying to figure out my way. And then, like you said, I got myself a job, and then I got myself another one, and I got myself another one, until I finally was able to get my own spot. And I was like, okay, we're doing good. And, and things were working out. So, And then my parents, well, at first my parents weren't as supportive. My dad wasn't as supportive. My mom was a little bit more supportive, but I kind of had to prove to my dad. And once he saw like that, you know, I was doing big jobs and, you know, on TV and in music videos, he started to see the value in what I was doing. So then, you know, his support came through, and without that, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So I'm really appreciative for my parents, you know.
Wow, that's what's up. So what was the first gig that you booked?
The first, you know what? I don't necessarily remember the very first one, but I do remember the first dance job that I did. The first music video was actually Vito. He blew up. He was just starting out. Vito the singer. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but he was
he was on one of those shows, right?
The Voice, I think.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. He's a phenomenal singer, phenomenal songwriter. So back in that day, you know, he was just trying to get his music out, and we did this major music video with a dance sequence. We went back and looked at it like not too long ago, and I mean, we were just going off, just hungry, just on fire to just do some dope stuff. So that was the first music video that I did. But the first major thing with a major artist was Kirk Franklin, I Smile, and I didn't even have to dance in that video. I ended up just singing the song, and I was smiling and, you know, acting almost. But it was a wonderful experience to work with Kirk Franklin that early in my career, you know.
Wow, yes, that's so amazing. Shout out to Kirk Franklin. He's such a beautiful soul. Like, if anyone ever gets to meet him, he's just so nice, so pure, so loving. Like, he's amazing. And well, I don't know about your experience with him, but
you said what?
I said hopefully you have the same experience when you met him.
Yeah, he's a comedian. He's so funny. Like, he is so funny. He's super fun to be around.
Yes. So let's talk about your amazing career. You've been in so many music videos, from Normani to Missy Elliott. What has that been like to just be around these different artists who are making a huge impact in the music industry, and to be a part of that journey with them?
So it's been amazing. Like, anytime I'm in the room with a major artist like that, I try to soak up that energy as much as I can. I try to really be attentive and observant to how they operate and how they are who they are, how they've gotten to where they've gotten. It's just amazing to be in the room. Some jobs are hard, very hard. I mean, all of them are hard, but some jobs are harder than others. So adjusting to different personalities, like, it's just so many things that go into play when you're in the room with these major artists. And then you have to learn how to be more like, there's a lot of artists that I've worked with that are more secretive when they're trying to go through like their process of putting out their material. So you have to learn how to not be too excited and want to spill the tea, you know.
Right.
So you just gotta, it's all like just different experiences with everybody. But like I said, like I had to just sit back and observe everyone. Like for example, Beyoncé is the hardest working female that I've ever worked with.
That was gonna be my next question. Like, who's been the most inspiration as far as who we worked with? And you've already said it, girl, Beyoncé. How was that working with her? First of all, Super Bowl, so huge.
Oh my gosh. It was the experience of a lifetime. Like, if I could go back and do it all again, I would, maybe 12 times more. Like, it was just so amazing. And I'm a fan, like, I'm a super fan. So that also plays a role in it. You know, I'm just, I was just blown away by her, like, her resilience, and just, she's just so dope. She's everything that you think she is, you know? Like, she's amazing.
So she really is the queen bee.
She's the queen bee.
Yes.
She's the queen bee. And then, you know, I worked with Missy Elliott, and that, I actually started working with Missy a year ago. And I have never worked with an artist that has loved and appreciated their dancers so much. Like, it's absolutely amazing to work with an artist who cares about their dancers in the way that Missy Elliott does. Like she really puts on for the dance community. She shouted us out at the Vanguard Award when she received her Vanguard Award. She shouted out the entire dance community, which artists don't do that. You know, she was saying, you know, dancers aren't an accessory on stage. We light it up, we make it better. So she was just really shouting us out, and it's been an amazing journey. Like I said, like I've danced with her for a year now, and I feel like a family. Like we have a group chat that we all be talking in, and we be talking junk to each other and sending little memes and videos and stuff. That's the closest I've ever been to a major artist before. So I love Missy. You know, she made sure that we good. She paid our rent the first of the COVID. She sent everybody rent money. Like she is something else.
Oh my gosh.
She donated to the dance community thousands of dollars. Like,
wow, that is so amazing. Shout out to Missy for that. That is humongous.
My sis.
Yes,
I love
that's
her.
so dope. So I have to ask you, what's like your favorite music video set that you've been on?
Ooh, man.
I know it's been a lot, but if you could pick just one, what was the favorite?
Oh my gosh. I should have prepared a little bit more for this because it's so many. Oh man, they all have so many good, dope moments. But if I had to, just recently, I did Drip Demeanor with Missy Elliott, and the reason why that is my favorite is because it's that choreography, first of all, is so raw. Like I've never learned choreography that like cultural and raw, and just it's not so dancey. It's more like a feeling and a vibe. I love to be able to just really actually be myself and like not try to fit into a box of something else. I just want to be myself, and that I really was myself doing that video. So I enjoyed that Drip Demeanor choreography. That was yeah. That might be my favorite.
Okay. Now, another question I have to ask, what was your favorite Super Bowl performance? Was it Beyoncé or Shakira? Because you also killed it on stage with Shakira and made history again. Look at you making history. Which one was your favorite Super Bowl experience?
Oh man, they both were so good. Like they both were so different. I love Beyonce's because we were like the statement that we made, and then even the backlash that she got from that. Like, I'm so glad that I was a part of that historic Black woman moment to just like stand up. It was a lot of police brutality going on during that time, so we were making a statement. And then, you know, that whole Lemonade era was just, it was fire. So to be a part of that and to be able to, I think the video dropped the day before we did the performance. So I have chills talking about it right now because I just remember that moment of like the video dropping and screaming like, oh my God, it's on. And then we couldn't really talk about the Super Bowl, but we did the performance, walking out to the field and getting on the field. I mean, it's so surreal. It happens within the blink of an eye. Like it happens so fast, and you just want to cherish that moment when it happens. But also, I like working with Shaki because it was just a completely different experience. I mean, that one was in Miami, and I love Miami.
Yes, I love Miami too. I was supposed to be there next month, but I had to cancel a trip.
I know, daggone COVID.
COVID, I'm telling you, it sucks.
It does suck. It was dope because the vibes, like it was learning about the Spanish culture. And at the time, my friend Veronica Vega, she's an artist as well. She let me stay with her in Miami, and I got to do the job staying with her. So she's Spanish as well. So just taking notes from like her and her experiences, and also I met her family. So it was like I was submersed in like a Spanish culture, and I was loving every moment of it. I learned so much. Shaki is also a very, very hard worker. You know, these are major major women in the industry, and they've made a name for themselves working that hard. Like it's just always inspiring to work with women who kick ass.
Yes.
So
I love how you call her Shaki. I'm like, okay,
Shaki. I love that name.
I love it. So in addition to dancing, you are also an artist yourself. I do know that I've interviewed you back in the day for being in the group in LA, but now you're solo, you're doing your own thing. How has that been going with you dancing and doing music? How are you able to balance? And what do you have coming up as far as music?
Okay, yes. So what I've been doing is I actually took some time, and I got out of the group and I focused on dance. Like I was like, okay, this year, yeah, if I have a chance to do music here and there, I'm gonna do it. But for the most part, I'm gonna get myself back into the dance industry, because what happened when I was in the group is I feel like I was retracted from the dance industry. I wasn't really in the mix. People didn't know. They didn't know that Ahsia was still bookable, or I wanted to be, you know, a dancer still. So I had to reinsert myself into the dance industry and and make my calls and let people know, hey, I'm available. What's going on? What we doing? You know,
Right.
and then I focused on my my social media, and I started to put out videos and just doing things that I know that made me happy, and that, you know, if I was to do some music, that it would just need to be organic at this point, you know, not forced. Just if I get in the studio and I make some music, I'll do that. So I do believe it was around this time last year I got into the studio with a friend of mine from North Carolina. Uh-oh, can you see me?
Uh-oh.
Can you see me now?
I can see you. You're a little, it's on my end, it's spiraling.
Uh-oh.
Feels like you froze a little bit.
Am I back? I think my phone is dying. Hold on, let me charge this thing.
Yes.
But somebody said that I'm good, so yeah.
Okay.
So what I was saying was, I actually got into the studio with a friend of mine from North Carolina. His name is Young Ron. And we literally, it was a home studio. We just got in there and vibed, and we wrote this song together about a year ago. And he actually just recently put it out maybe about a week ago. It's called Stressin', and it's doing pretty good. I actually was rapping on there, so you know, that's a new now
you switch up the tempo.
Switch it up. I'm trying to do everything here, you know.
Yes.
So like I said, anytime I get an opportunity to just be creative and to express myself, you know, that actually comes full circle, because when I was in high school, I used to write raps. Like I was into rapping and all that type of stuff. I was into writing. Like I really enjoyed writing. So that was fun. It was really fun for me. And then my agency actually has a recording studio inside the dance studio. So like one portion of the building is a recording studio. So he lets me come in there and I vibe out. So I've been working on a couple of different things solo. Yeah, I've been in there just catching a vibe and just trying to find who Ahsia is, because of course when it comes to groups, sometimes they like to give you your sound and let you know what you're going to be, instead of you finding yourself. And I've just been taking my time, being patient with myself, and just trying to find my own sound. So what's coming is my own stuff that I'm going to be doing some covers. I'm going to be doing some original music. So that is all on the way. I've definitely been in the studio, and especially like during this time, it's kind of been a little hard to navigate through COVID because we haven't been able to go anywhere. But I actually the other day just got back in. So I'm excited. It's going to be good.
Okay. That's what's up. So let's kind of go back. When you were answering one of the questions, you mentioned about going viral. A lot of your videos have went viral, girl. Like, I mean, I see your videos on Facebook. I see your videos on Twitter. And I'm like, this girl is literally everywhere. What was the first video that actually went viral for you?
The first video that went viral was, it was me dancing at a carnival band launch to Drake's One Dance. and I was in my carnival getup. I had my hair bald, like I was shaved completely.
Was it
bald.
like, was it orange? I think you had on.
Yeah,
orange. Okay,
it was the orange. It was the orange,
yep.
and
that
video, that was probably the most viral. I think that was the most viral video, because so many, like anytime I would go on the explore page, I would just scroll and I would see myself. Like I would see myself and people that didn't even know me was posting me, people that knew me. I actually got on the Tigger show, Big Tigger show here in Atlanta.
On B103.
Yes, like he shouted me out on the show. Ebro shouted me out on the show as well. That was the most viral, and I wasn't even doing anything. Like literally, I was just like my dance moves. I was not even going hard. But,
girl, no, you was looking good, and your body was looking banging.
Yeah, thank you.
Girl.
I appreciate it.
Let's talk about this body, honey. So do you diet? What's the routine? Cause I don't know about everybody else. I can speak about me. I need to get my tummy a look. You know what I'm saying? So do you, besides dancing, because I know dancing is working out by itself.
Right.
Do you have like a diet routine, or like, you know, different exercises that you do to keep yourself in shape?
Girl, no. Girl, so I tried to go vegan. I tried to go vegan.
Okay.
And that was a year ago now. I got so small. I lost everything. I lost my butt. I lost my thighs. I was like, no, this is not for me. I was like, no, man.
Like, I need some meat.
I need some meat on my bones. So, you know, I feel like my everyday diet, I don't think I eat 3 meals a day, to be honest, unless I'm hungry, unless I'm super hungry, which is not healthy. Like, I'm supposed to eat 3 times a day, but if I'm being honest, like, I probably will eat 1 big meal and snack for the rest of the day. And then, of course, dancing in these 8-hour rehearsals, you know, when we had rehearsals and stuff like that, that would keep me snatched. It would keep me snatched. 8
hours. Oh my God, I can imagine.
Girl, it would keep me snatched. But now during quarantine, honey, like I'm just eating. I'm eating. I don't care. I call my stomach my quarantine tummy. I call it my quarantine tummy because it's definitely there. I got a little fluff right there now.
Girl, where? I will see no fluff. Somebody said, "What does it feel like to be God's favorite?" Girl,
God loves us all. He loves all his children. We are all his
He
children.
He do, but he loves some of us a little more.
You're so stupid. Who said that?
So during this quarantine, you're also doing something amazingly huge for the dance community. You started the Atlanta Dance Relief Fund. So let's just talk about the inspiration behind starting this fund. I know during this time, a lot of dancers are not working, and you stepped up and you're doing something very huge for the dance community. Can you just talk a little bit about how that started and what inspired you to start the Atlanta Dance Relief Fund?
Yes. So when COVID first started to lock everything down, I was doing my research on what loan outs and what help that the self-employed people were going to get, because everybody else was okay. Anybody that had a job was okay. Anybody that had like a specific thing going on in their life and not working gig to gig, paycheck to paycheck was okay. But us on the other side of things, we didn't have anything going on. And especially here in Atlanta, like I would see things, loans and funds, relief funds in New York. I would see relief funds for dancers in LA, but I was like, where's Atlanta? Or why can't we do like a full dancers relief fund for everybody?
Yes.
So I was like, I don't see it. And that means that we need it. You know, I need it. I need to make sure that I'm okay. I need to make sure that my people, my friends are good, you know? So I was like, let me just go ahead and start this because it's needed. And I've gotten such an amazing response from it. I've had I've had a lot of people donate. We're not to the goal is $5,000, and I put the goal at a lower point because it's just me, you know. I'm just trying to help as many people as my little body can, you know. So, but so far, I believe I've helped at least 25 dancers. If it was through the relief fund or me booking them for promotional things on Instagram. So I'm always looking out for different ways to put money in dancers' pockets, and that has always, like, literally has been a goal of mine since I moved to Atlanta. Like, I wanted to be a professional dancer, but my main goal was to create ways for dancers to make money and be able to be okay outside of the gig to gig, paycheck to paycheck. Like, what are we doing in the in-between time, you know? So this, my hope and my prayer is for the Atlanta Dancers Relief Fund to skyrocket off into another area where it can provide income in between dance jobs. It can provide, you know, a source for dancers, or a place of peace, or somewhere for them to have a conversation and talk, and to grow as a dancer as well. Like, I try to do little relief things. Like, I called in one of the dancers and I did like a arts and crafts type thing. So something to take up time, you know, something to separate yourself from the mindset of this crazy thing going on, and to just give relief any way I can, whether it's financial, whether it's creatively, whatever it may be. That's really like the goal of the relief fund. So if y'all want to donate.
So amazing. Can I just get kudos to you for that? Because that's not something someone can just do alone, and you're doing it and you're making it happen and you're helping people. So that right there alone, hands down, is absolutely amazing. So kudos to you for doing that, for sure. Now, if people are in the dance community and they need assistance, how can they reach out to get more information about getting funds?
Right. So on the Atlanta Dancers Relief Fund page, there's a link in the bio, and it takes you to a link where you can fill out an application. And once you fill out the application, then we will email you, and then we'll get you on the right track to getting some money in your pocket.
Yes, that's what's up. So right now, we're going to open up the floor. If anyone has any questions for Ahsia, make sure you put them in the question box. And we're going to do maybe like 2 or 3 real quick questions before we get out of here. Let's see. It looks like...
I'll look at these. Hey, y'all. Hey, Jazzy.
Okay, so we have one question. This one says, other than finances, what is the hardest part about being a creative when you first started?
Other than finances, because that's the main thing. I think another thing, major thing, is confidence. Like having confidence to be able to do this, to be able to be on stage. It's scary. And if I'm being 100% honest, I have anxiety issues. Sometimes I freak out, you know, even coming on live and talking is like a little scary, you know. So having confidence enough to just do it, like literally just do it, like get over the hump, get over the fear. Just do it. You know, it's what holds a lot of people back from their potential. Is having
gotta take that leap out on faith. Gotta take that leap out on faith.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So here's another question. What's your advice to someone fresh out of college moving to Atlanta, LA for a professional dance career? I want to say it's probably saying how to start. It doesn't finish, but I think it's saying how to start, how to succeed. Okay, that's what it says.
Okay. So basically that was my life. I was fresh out of college. I only went for 1 year. But I was like, you know, I got to get out of here. I got to pursue dance. So I literally told my mom, I was like, look, Mom, I want to be a professional dancer. I'm going to go down to LA and to Atlanta, and I'm going to pursue this. It was literally just going and doing. Like, it didn't take me a lot of thought. I knew in my heart that that's what I wanted. It's always been, I love dance, so it's always been something that I wanted to do. So I just had to get out and do it. And, you know, like we talked about earlier, if you have a way to financially stabilize yourself, if you have a way to do that, because if I could go back and change anything, it would be me knowing how to financially stabilize myself before I made that move and not have to sleep on floors and couches. You know, it did add character to my life. So I'm never going to regret like all the experiences that I've been through. But I think just educating yourself on everything that you need to have financially to be able to, you know, continue to be a dancer in the industry, and then fund like your training. You have to pay for classes. You gotta, like, all that stuff counts, or you can somehow like get in contact with like the choreographers and build, like, really what the main thing is to build relationships with the people in the industry, because outside of financially, that's what's going to catapult you, is your relationships. So you have to get your face out there. You got to get your name out there. Now, like, I don't even think we had Instagram the very first year that I moved here. We may have, like, it may have just came out when I first got here. So social media, like, make sure that you're posting. People look at that. Missy Elliott books her dancers from Instagram. So
wow,
if you have constantly your best footage up, your page is basically your resume, and you don't want it to be super work. You want to throw in your personal your personality in there as well, and some things about you, but you definitely want to have your best content up so that the people that are wanting to book you can book you and see your best.
Great advice. I hope y'all taking notes. She just dropped a whole bunch of gems.
Take them notes.
Yes. Okay. This one says, and this will be the last one. It says, what motivates you to keep going with more fame coming?
What motivates me? You know, it's like I said earlier, it's so many things that motivate me. But if I'm being totally honest, sometimes I get down on myself. I'm not perfect. Sometimes I have to pull myself up out of a funk. And sometimes I'm definitely at that moment where, okay, am I still on the right path? I'm asking those questions. But, you know, if you're passionate about something, if you can't be away from that thing, if you can't, like, for me, dance is that for me. Like, I love it so much. I want to do it every day. I think about it all the time. I'm always constantly thinking about the next. Oh, I want to do this. Oh, I want to choreograph this. Oh, I want to sing that. If you're passionate about it, then that is the main thing that's going to continue to drive you to be great. You know.
Yes.
And it never stops. You're constantly growing.
Yep. Just like you did that video. Who would have known that Tina Knows would have reposted you, and everything would have went crazy.
What in the world? That was so crazy that happened.
Yes.
What's up, cousin? My cousin in here.
Yes, someone else said I needed that. Yes, that's what I'm saying. This motivation, this inspiration. Let's get these gems going. Y'all better be taking notes. Okay. Well, I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining JaGurl TV on our Let's Talk series. And before we go, I always do a toast. Ooh. So if you're at home right now, which hopefully you are, you should be staying at home. Get your glass. Yes, get your glass ready. I'm about to pour up some more wine because I've been drinking a little bit here.
This tequila, girl. This tequila and lemonade, okay?
Yes, that was me last night. I have tequila. Tonight I'm on my red wine. But this is a toast. Cheers to you and everything that you're doing. Continue to be an inspiration. Continue to inspire others, to motivate others. Continue to be a Black queen, honey, that is out here showing people that if you can do it, they can do it. And by paving the way for so many dancers that's going to come after you, that you're going to meet along the way, that's going to say, I looked up to you, and just keep rocking it, girl. Keep doing your thing. And cheers to you, honey.
Thank you so much. And cheers to you, girl, because you are bomb too. And this is amazing. This platform is amazing. And I want to thank you so much for having me today. I believe in you. You've been doing this for so long and you deserve all the success that's coming your way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I love you, girl.
I love you, girl.
Yes, so cheers to that.
Cheers. Woo, I love it.
Yes. All right, love. Well, you continue to be safe during this quarantine. Atlanta opening back up on the 14th. I will still be home. I'm not going out.
Period. Be safe.
Yes.
Okay.
You be safe too. And thank you all for watching. And everyone have a great night. Bye. Bye, love. Yes. Thank you all so much for joining JaGurl TV's Let's Talk series. Make sure you guys tune in next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Make sure you guys follow us at JaGurl TV. And we will be back next week. Peace, love, and blessings.